I want to pose. How does it benefit Black women to continue to be dedicated to Black men? Because yeah, we can blame it on racism, and racism is a part of the problem. But the research that I looked at, some of it, even some of yours, Cheryl, it's not just mentioning racism, it's mentioning Black men not wanting to educate themselves and Black men not having the economic wherewithal to where they can actually support a
Okay,
family.
Cynthia G. So you seem to be
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who taught us this truth and who's continuing to teach us this truth all through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Hey, so I was just kind of, on the way to the plantation, and I seen this one video here with a panel of, so-called Black women. And you see there's from one Black woman to the bottom left corner. I think her name is Cynthia G, if I can remember them repeating her name right. And you can see I believe the part that we got was when she said, throughout this whole little interview, you see I'm only like 15 minutes, maybe 16 minutes, whatever, into the video. And she's been, really, she has an issue with the so-called Black man, which we know the so-called Black man is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. This is the southern kingdom of Israel. Right now, we still in the split, the curse that Yahweh Shem Yahshua put upon us to, us as a split nation, which the so-called Hispanic and Native American man also are Israelites. But the kingdom that we're a part of has us in a split mindset that we're different. But we are the same. We come from the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob, which name was changed to Israel, is the father of the 12 patriarchs. The lost tribe of Israel, as they call it, or as the scriptures call it, should I say? But right now, in the point in the story that we're in is the awakening, of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. And now you look at this woman, Cynthia G. You would look her and see, if you seen her in public, you thought she was in the truth. Well, she got her hair wrapped up. And which she probably is one of the Israelite women that that was a part of being an Israelite, but she couldn't stand the heat, so she had to leave her Israelite man. So she has probably just from me just listening to her, probably got her a so-called white man, and then she's really tearing down the so-called white man. But really, she's not tearing her down. She's just, giving her point of view and, the things that she been through, and saying the Black man is, the Black man ain't, this and that. And the part that I believe we heard was what benefits the so-called Black woman to be with a so-called Black man. Well, what benefits you so-called Black women to be with the Black man is, this part of the story of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is where the Lord is gonna bring hell upon earth, and one of the hell's situations that the Lord gonna bring is these different types of skirmishes that we're gonna have here in America, man. And throughout the four corners of the earth. But like I always say, through the spirit, the spotlight is on America, because America is always known as, as this beacon of light. Yahweh calls it the golden cup that's in the Lord's hand. Pursuing back to the book of Jeremiah chapter 51. But the Lord is allowing the golden cup to be tarnished. Okay. And so what benefits you so-called black women is to be with a so-called black man, is to when this race war pops off, you think your white man is gonna save you or gonna protect you. But like the scriptures say, hey, he that let's get it. I believe that's in the book of Isaiah. Salaki for that. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. I believe is it Isaiah 13? Let's see. Let's get this one. Isaiah 13 and 12. And this is to the so-called black man, the Israelite man. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay? So what Cynthia G is talking about, what's gonna, we have no educational background, or don't want to educate ourselves. That's what she explained. So Cynthia G is being this, she's being this bulldog on the panel against the so-called black man, and I don't know her history with the so-called black man, but it, just what she's, spewing out of her mouth it's been all bad. Okay, so let's go back to Isaiah. So the Lord is going to make an Israelite man that's in this truth as the golden wedge of Ophir, more precious than the fine gold. Okay, let's read it again. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, so that's the so-called black man that's going to be like this. Okay, so this is what you looking for, Cynthia G, when you connected to your so-called white man. I don't know for sure, but she's giving the props to the so-called white man and downplaying the so-called black man. Okay, Isaiah 13 and 14, it says, and it shall be as a chase roe. This is the so-called white man that's going to be as a chase roe in this time that's coming, that's prophesied in the Bible, that it's going to be a time that like never been before the earth was, created. Roughly paraphrasing it. It says, it shall be as a chase roe, the so-called white man, as a sheep that no man taketh up. This is what the so-called white man is going to be downgraded to. Okay, which we already know he's the base man, but the Lord set the so-called base man, or the so-called white man, up on high. Okay. All right. It says they shall every man turn to his own people. Okay. So every man is going to turn to his own people. It ain't going to be no integrating, no ebony and ivory in this day, which is fastly approaching. It says, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. So everyone, Cynthia G, that's found with the so-called white man will be thrust through. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay, there you go, Cynthia G. That's your so-called white man that you whatever race you're looking towards. If you ain't with a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American man, this is going to be your faith. You see, this is going to be your faith, Cynthia G. Okay. And the times are coming, fastly approaching, man. And I seen this video on IG last night, and this is a so-called black woman. She said she been having dreams. I believe she said dreams, or whatever it was. She was thinking. She said that it's gonna get to a point where all hell is gonna break loose. She said it's something about the Antichrist, which we know in the scriptures there's many Antichrists. And this is the time that we're in of the Antichrist. Many Antichrists is doing wickedness throughout the earth with their new world agenda, new world order, should I say? Okay, and they're down, and you know they're, you know, talking as, you know, there is no God. You know, that's what the Antichrist is, that believes that he's in charge, the so-called white man, Cynthia G. You know, and there's many more scriptures that we can go into, but I had to hit that, you know, point, this, you know, just to show people what these times are coming into. You know, some scripture or some video lessons that you know I put up. You know, I kind of, you know, don't go all in. You know, it's kind of like a puzzle, instead of, you know, saying that, you know, this is the times that we're coming into. This is Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord is going to set it up for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that don't understand this truth, you know, to be punished, man, here on the soils of America. And ultimately, through ICBM missiles, man, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, are coming to this place to destroy it, man. Okay? But anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end it and give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles from the great millstone who taught us this truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect.